Okay, I'm going to go over our worksheet, page 64 for you guys. So under the Think A portion, it says, in the blank, write the letter of the sentence which has correct punctuation. So I'm on number 1 right now. Letter A says, oak, maple, cherry, and ash trees lose their leaves in the winter. Well, I do see several words that are part of a series. I see oak, maple, cherry, and ash trees. But remember, whenever we have words in a series, we want to separate them with a comma. Letter B has oak, maple, cherry, and ash trees lose their leaves in the winter. Since letter B separated those with a comma, letter B is the answer for number 1. Let's look at number 2. Letter A says, Johnston, South Carolina is known for its peaches. Letter B says, Johnston, South Carolina is known for its peaches. Well, we know that Johnston is a city or a place, and South Carolina is a state. Remember, we use a comma whenever we're separating a town or a city from a state. Johnston, comma, South Carolina. So for number 2, letter A is correct. Let's look at number 3. Letter A says, Dr. and Mrs. C.R. Jones went to Arizona for a vacation. Wow, okay, so we know that when we have the words doctor, it needs to have a period. Doctor and Mrs. also needs a period. C.R. Jones, because those are initials, we need to put a period after C and after R. Dr., Mrs., and C.R. Jones. So for number 3, letter B is correct. Go ahead and try letters or numbers 4 and 5 on your own. You can pause the video at this time if you need more time. Okay, now I'm under the Think B portion. It says, rewrite the following words and sentences, adding necessary commas and periods. Number 1, we have Sacramento, California. Now, because Sacramento is a town or city, it's a place in California. California is a state. Do you remember our comma rule? It says that we separate these two with a comma. Sacramento, comma, California. Number 2, D.L. Moody was a great preacher. Oops. Okay, since D and L are initials, we want to put a period after D and after L. D.L. Moody was a great preacher. And of course, we insert a period at the end of our sentence. Number 3, Mr. Samuel W. Leidick. Okay, we have Mr. Samuel W. Leidick. Okay, since Mr. and Samuel, this is a proper noun, we want to put a period after Mr. And W is his middle initial, so we need to insert a period after W. Mr. period Samuel W. period Leidick. Let's do one more together. Number 4, it is cold in Fairbanks, Alaska. Okay. Now, Fairbanks is a town or city in Alaska. Because Alaska is a state, that's a town or city, we want to separate these two with a comma. It is cold in Fairbanks, comma, Alaska. Now we also want to insert a period at the end of this sentence. It is cold in Fairbanks, comma, Alaska, period. Go ahead and try numbers 5, 6, and 7 on your own.